Hi, my name is Erin Burke, and this is my intern portfolio video for the summer of 2020 at Premier Rehab Physical Therapy. So this is my portfolio, and as you can see in the front, I have my intern portfolio checklist. Then if you open it up, you go to the second page, I have my current title page. And then the next page is my resume. And then after that, I have my cover letter. And then that's all the beginning. And then my section 1 is behind this divider, which is over the organization. My organization was Premier Rehab Physical Therapy, where I worked this summer. Premier is an outpatient facility that sees a lot of different types of joint replacements, hip, knee, shoulder. A lot of athletes from the nearby high schools come to this outpatient clinic as well. It's one of 6 clinics that Premier owns and is in North Richland Hills, Texas, right outside Fort Worth. And it was a wonderful setting that I really enjoyed being a part of. So then my next divider, I have my section 2, which is my weekly duties, which is the 10 weeks that I have been and am going to be here. So my weekly duties didn't change much. Pretty much every shift I went into, I was doing the same thing. Every morning I would clock in, I would make sure the clinic is clean, the ice machines were filled, all the equipment was where it was supposed to be. And then every shift, morning and afternoon, I was assigned to one therapist for that day to help with their patients, to help guide their patients through their physical therapy programs, give these patients anything they needed while they were there, get any paperwork that the therapist might need, and just pretty much be there for anything the therapist or their patients required that day. And then we'll move on to section 3. So my section 3 was my equipment utilized, which as you can see is a very extensive list. Premier Rehab is a bigger physical therapy clinic with 7 physical therapists who each can see 1 to 2 patients every 45 minutes. So there's a lot of in and out of the clinic, a lot of patients being seen, which also requires a lot of equipment. Also in this section, I have a piece of equipment I found was state-of-the-art. So at the North Richland Hills location, Premier has a pool for aquatic therapy, which is very popular with the patients. And in this pool, there is an underwater treadmill. And this is the first time I had ever been exposed to this, but patients can walk, jog, run, do anything you can do on a regular treadmill, on this treadmill that is under the water in the pool, which I thought was really cool because that was something I had never been exposed to, and I don't think a lot of clinics have. And then my section 4. My section 4 was my research project. I decided to do my research project over telehealth and how that's currently rising and how the benefits of that, especially right now as we are going through this COVID-19 pandemic. And so I thought that topic was very interesting and very fitting for the times that we are in right now. And then I also have my works cited with my 3 sources in this section. My next section was my summary and evaluations, where I answered all the questions about what I learned from myself during this experience, which I learned how much I love to talk to people and how interested I am with human anatomy, as I got to meet new people every single day and build relationship with patients over this summer that I'm really going to hold close, and I'm really glad I got the opportunity to meet, which I probably wouldn't have if I hadn't been working at this facility. One of the highlights was a specific patient. I believe I called her Mrs. Smith in this paragraph for HIPAA reasons, but she was an amazing and really inspirational patient that I will never forget. As far as recommending, I would absolutely recommend this location for other students to intern and work. I loved it. The coworkers were very welcoming and very nice. I built long-lasting friendships here with the coworkers, as well as I've said before, with many patients that I got to interact with on a weekly basis. And then finally, I do feel like some of the classes I have taken, especially some of my kinesiology classes I have taken in the past, really helped me with this internship, that really helped me get everything I could out of this, specifically my anatomy and physiology 1 and 2 classes, my anatomical kinesiology class, my exercise physiology class, and my exercise sports psychology class. All of these really helped when I was trying to walk patients through exercises and explain why they were doing it and how it was helping them, or just reading the names of exercises with words that I would have not been exposed to pre these kinesiology and anatomy courses. And then my next section is my thank you letter I wrote to my supervisor, Ellen Murray, who was awesome and great, and I would definitely recommend other people working under her. And then finally, here are all my weekly logs that I have signed and kept track of my hours and what I was doing each week at Premier Rehab. And that is my internship portfolio for the summer of 2020 at Premier Rehab Physical Therapy. Thank you.